Again, my name is Dapsy, and this is the leadership in human development and nation building. The topic for today, the subject for today is time is irreversible. Time is irreversible. So just keep your fingers crossed. Time is irreversible. That's the topic for today. So just keep your fingers crossed as I take you through the journey. And as I always say, and I will always say, that this session it helps to build people. It helps to make people live a life, become better off day by day. I mean, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out. You develop and you become a better person. Once you stay in this session, it doesn't matter the time you spend in here. You don't have to spend the 60 minutes. Whatever time you spend in here, you pay attention to what I'm saying. I tell you, you glean something that would make your life a better one than you were before you started listening to me. So that's the truth. It will help you build up. Humans are built up by words. When you hear some words, some things, it will change your perspective. Your perception about life will be altered, and then you begin to see life differently. And when you see life differently, which is a function of your mindset, then you begin to respond to life differently, and then you see things working out for you in a tremendous way. So I want to implore you, whatever time you want to spend in here, make sure you pay rapt attention, even if it is 2 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes, or whatever minute you want to spend here. Make sure you pay rapt attention to what is coming out, to what is coming forth, because it is page by page, line upon line, week in, week out. You learn new things and you become a better person. So this session, leadership session, is tailored to helping the young adults, the teenagers, and the prime adults to live a life of purpose, a life of victory, and a life of fulfillment. You're welcome on board. My name is Dapsy. Juke, thank you for joining. Fado, thank you for joining. So today's subject is time is irreversible. Time is irreversible. What do we mean by time is irreversible? We all know, this is what we know. I presume we all know that time is irreversible. What is time itself? Time is the unit of life. At the end of today's session, I will open up your perspective of how very much essential time is in your life, in my life, and in you accomplishing your aspirations, in you bringing to light that which you dreamt about, in you bringing to life that which you purport in your heart. I will show you how essential time is, because if you don't know if you don't know the reason for a thing, abuse is imminent. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to open up your perspective as to how important time is, because so many people, some people just they just pass time in, which is not supposed to be. So time is the unit of life. If you have your pen and your paper there, you can write it down. Time is the unit of life. Time is irreversible. Do what you got to do now. I'll repeat that phrase. Time is irreversible. Time is the unit of life. Do what you got to do now. Do what you got to do now. I'm going to show you how essential time is in your aspiration, in your actualization of your dream, of your vision, of your ambition, of whatever thing that you propose in your heart to do. Do what you got to do now. I wrote here that time is one of the essential commodities of life. Time is one of the essential commodities of life. It is in time that all things happen. Listen, it is in time that all things, whatever thing that you, as far as earth is concerned, as far as this world is concerned, time is the unit that encapsulates everything that you do. Everything is done in time. So you see how important time is. Today's subject is time is irreversible. Any time spent, any time that is past cannot be spent again. Any time that is past cannot be spent again. Time is irreversible. I wrote here that time is a respecter of no man. Time is a respecter of no man. I said it does appear as though, you see, another deception of time is that it will appear to you as though time is not passing by. That's the deception of time. It will appear as though it is not passing by. But I tell you that when you pay attention to it, you will know in a blink of an eye, you will discover that time is far gone. Time is far gone. I said time in a way could be deceptive, making you think or believe that you still got time. That's a trick. I wrote, that's a trick here. Don't fall for it. Time will make you believe. It will make you believe that there is still time. It's a trick. It's a deception of time. Think about it again. Whenever you are feeling to yourself or you believe in yourself that there is still time, that's a deception. I would advise you that even though you know that there is still time, never conclude in your heart or never say it out that there is still time. Is a deception of time, because when you begin to say there is time, and then or you have a consciousness in your heart that there is still time, it is at that point that you begin to see yourself against time. That's when time will begin to overtake you. So even though there is time, you believe there is time, don't ever say that there is. It's a deception. It's a deception. Always have it in your mind as an indoctrination that there's no time. That's when you can be ahead of time. That is when you can be ahead of time. Please listen to me. Don't fall for the trick that there is still time. Don't say that. The teenagers, young adults, prime adults, don't ever say that there is time, because it's a trick of time. When you say that there is time, before you know it, in a blink of an eye, you see that time is caught up with you. So the trick is, even though you know that there is time, still maintain the fact that there is no time. That is how you can beat time. That is how you can be ahead of time. Don't fall for the trick. I want to speak to the teenagers, the young adults, and then the prime youth. That is the prime adults. I want to tell you that when you expend time irrationally, time will in return spend you more irrationally. Listen again. If you have pen, you can write it down. I said to the young adults, to the teenagers, and to the prime adult, I said, if you expend time irrationally, and you're thinking you are jollificating, you are enjoying yourself, there's gratification. Of course, it's good to enjoy yourself. But if you are not careful and you begin to, flamboyantly, you squander time as much as you like, you thinking you're wiser, or you thinking you're just, gallivanting around. I want to tell you that you can never be wiser than time. Time has been before you. So if you spend it irrationally now, you cannot escape it. It will in turn spend you more irrationally. You see that? That is why you can't escape it. If you spend it irrationally now, it will it will catch up with you, and then it will spend you to irrationally, even more irrationally. You see that? And then, so I admonish you, spend your time judiciously. Young adults, teenagers, prime adults, spend your time. Now that you have the time, spend it judiciously. The topic for today is time is irreversible. The time spent, the time that is past cannot be spent again. Okay? Now I want to speak to the elderly who seem to not have time anymore. I want to speak to the elderly now. First thing I will say to yourself, that forgive yourself genuinely. The elderly now who seem not to have much time with them, forgive yourself. First thing is to forgive yourself genuinely, and then speak to yourself. Remind yourself of who you used to be and who you are. Remind yourself of who you used to be and who you are, and then pick up yourself. because you still desire fulfillment, even in this state. I mean, at that state that you are, even though you seem as though you don't have time anymore, you still desire fulfillment. You deserve it. So I would admonish you to the elders that you forgive yourself first. Maybe you have spent time irrationally while you were young, and it seems as though there's no time. First thing is to forgive yourself genuinely. Then, when you remind yourself of who you used to be and who you are right now. Remind yourself, and then pick up yourself back up again. Pick up yourself. Find something that would fulfill you. I know, with respect to your age, find something that will still fulfill you, because even with your respect to your age, even if probably it's your grandchildren or whatever that could fulfill you, find that thing and pick up interest in it. You deserve fulfillment. You deserve fulfillment. So that's my admonishment for the elderly. So, what are we talking about? Time is irreversible. Time is irreversible. This is a leadership in human development and nation building TikTok live session. My name is Dapsy. We are talking about time is irreversible today. Time is irreversible. Time that is past cannot be recovered. I mean, cannot be spent again. But it can be recovered. Now, this is the good thing now. Kyle, thank you for joining. I said time that is past cannot be spent again. Once that time, if you're 20, if you're 25, if you're 26, if you're 30, 40, the time past cannot be recovered. I mean, the time past cannot be spent again, but it can be recovered. It can be recovered with speed. With speed, it can be recovered. This recovery comes with a lot of discipline. It comes with a lot of discipline. You have to be disciplined to pay the price to recover time. Time is irreversible. Pay attention to your time, the way you spend your time. Pay attention to it. Now, I'm going to discuss with you, how do you manage time? Because this is very essential. People really do not know how to manage time. As essential as time is, people really do not know how to manage it. This is the core part of today's teaching. It's the core part of today's talk. How do you manage your time? Elisa, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Number one thing in managing your time, first thing is to avoid doing too many things. Avoid doing too many things. Do you know what this what I just said to you? You need to think about it again. How do you manage your time? First thing is to avoid doing many things. Avoid doing too many things. This is because as humans, we are attracted to so many things. There's attraction. We pick up interest in many things easily. There are so many things that is to be done in the world. There are so many things that can be done in the world at the same time that we can easily pick interest on, that can easily, attract us. But I want to tell you that you have attraction towards something or interest in something does not mean you can be committed to it. That's where people get it wrong. They mistake interest, they mistake attraction, they mistake attraction, they mistake interest for commitment. You can easily pick interest in something. You can easily be attracted to something. But the big question is, can you be committed to that thing? So this is what saps so many people of their time and energy and resources. They just pick interest. Interest is like a flame. Attraction is like a flame. When the tides are down, can you still continue with that which you are attracted to, with that which you are interested in? So that's why when you pick up interest in something, or when you're attracted to something, you have to check. You have to confirm yourself again. You have to ask yourself a brutal, honest question: that would I be able to be committed to this that I am attracted to? Would I be able to give it the sacrifice needed in good times, in bad times, in ugly times? Will I be committed enough to this that I'm attracted to? That's the big question. So people mistake attraction, interest, intention. They mistake it for something that demands their commitment. So, and all of this together, what you're not even concerned about, you just get involved in it because you have interest in it or because you're attracted to it. And it takes a chunk of your time, your precious time, our precious time. So you have to be very, very pertinent. You have to be very discreet as to what exactly you really want to do. Not that you are just emotional about, attraction or interest in something. It must be something that, anything that takes your time must be something that is worth that time. Something that demands, or something that you can give your commitment to. I wrote here, thank you for joining. Ellen joined. Thank you very much. Harley, thank you all for joining. I wrote here that you are not responsible to do all things. You are not responsible to do all things. I repeat, it is not your responsibility to do all things in life. There are many things to be done, but it is not your own responsibility to do everything. There is one or few things that you are assigned to do. Find those things. Find that thing. There is one or few things, not everything. So many things will attract you. So many things will interest you here in life. But you are not called to do everything. You are not responsible to do everything. So find that few things or one thing that you can give your all. My goodness, this is powerful. Find one thing or few things that you can dedicate your all. It's either your all or nothing. Did you get what I'm saying? Find that. This is one of the ways to manage your time. This is one of the very potent way to manage your time. Find one or few things that you can be committed, that you can give your all to. This will help you to streamline everything that are unnecessary, that tends to sap your time, that tend to sap your energy, that tend to sap your resources. Find that one thing or few things. Pay attention to what I'm saying. I wrote here that doing too many things will sap your energy and will eat up your time without achieving much or corresponding effort that is dissipated in it. He said, you have to deliberately crack down on things that may present themselves to you as attraction or interest, and ask yourself a brutally honest question: that am I passionate enough about these things or thing to be consistently committed to it? How much can I sacrifice for this cause? That's the brutal question you should ask yourself. What are we talking about? How to manage your time. How to manage your time. I said number one, avoid doing too many things. So as you are listening to me now, what are those things that are that are sapping up your time? What are those unnecessary things that you are engaged in? Now you begin to think, as you are listening to me, begin to think, what are those many things, too many things that I'm doing that's really eating up my time, my resources, my energy, and it's not giving me a corresponding result with respect to the energy that I'm dissipating into it. Think of those things that are sapping too many things that you do that are unnecessary, that are taking your time, your precious time. Think of those things. You need to crack down. You need to shelve off those too many things, unnecessary things. I'm not saying you shouldn't do some certain things. Things that are necessary. And nobody can make this for you. It is personal. You are the one who knows things that are necessary for you. You are the one who knows things that are unnecessary for you, with respect to your aspiration, with respect to your vision. You crack them down, reduce it. It will give you more time to focus. It will give you more time to focus your attention, your energy, your resources on one or few things, and you will begin to see results. See, this is a practical leadership class. It's a practical leadership class. As I'm speaking to you, begin to think, begin to reminiscence. Like just think on what are those things that are unnecessary, that are sapping up my time, sapping my energy. You need to be deliberate to crack them down, take them out. Hmm. This is a leadership session in human development and nation building. It's a TikTok live session. You're welcome on board here in Dublin, Ireland. Time is 4:21. My name is Dapsy. Mercy, Lioness, thank you for joining. So what are we discussing? We're discussing time is irreversible. The time that passes cannot be spent anymore. It's spent and it's gone forever. So once you know that once the time is past, you can't spend it anymore because it's gone and it's gone for good. You maximize it. And I wrote here that make sure to include your time of good pleasure in your time. I wrote here, it's very important. Make sure you include your time of good pleasure, your time that you pleasure, your time that you pleasure, your pleasurable time. Make sure you include in this your time frame. Yes, it's very essential. So number 2, how do you manage time? Number 2, how do you manage time? Okay, now that you are focused on one or few things, how do you manage your time? Now that you are focused on one or few things, the next thing that you are expected to do is to plan your time reasonably. Now listen to this properly. Say plan your time. Now that I said number 1, avoid doing too many things. Number 2, now after you have avoided by wisdom, you have avoided doing too many things, you have cracked down on unnecessary things that take your time, take your energy and resources. You have cracked down and focused on few things or one thing. Now the next thing is that you plan your time reasonably. Plan your time reasonably. How do you do this? It is done by diligence and by discipline. You have to be disciplined to plan your time. Yes, by discipline and diligence is the way to plan your time. And if you want to plan your time, you don't plan your time based on someone else's reference. No, you don't plan your time using what's it called? A white elephant project. No, something unreasonable. No, you have to you have to be honest with yourself. How much can I spend? How much time can I spend here? How much time is my capacity enough to spend here? You don't plan it emotionally. You don't plan your time emotionally. Looking at someone else as a yardstick for yourself. No, they might be unreasonable. You might not be able to meet up that target that you set for yourself using someone else's standard. If you want to plan your time, you have to plan your time based on your own honesty. Don't compare yourself with someone else. Don't be emotional about planning your own time by yourself. No, you have to be honest. Okay, is it 10 minutes that I can spend with this? Is it 15 minutes? You don't have to set 1 hour, 2 hours. No, that are unachievable. Set the time that you can achieve. The achievable time. I wrote here that you should plan your time reasonably. You have to be disciplined and you have to be diligent to do this. Don't look at someone else's standard to set your own reference. No. Set it based on what you are able to achieve. So you have to be objective. You have to be empirical with what I'm talking about. If you want to set a plan for yourself, if you want to plan your time reasonably, you have to be objective. Don't compare yourself. Do not compare yourself, because this is what people do. They will just set the time and they see at the end of the day, they are not able to meet up with the time that is set for themselves. It's unreasonable. So you have to first come to terms with yourself that, okay, this that I want to set, this plan that this time I want to plan out for myself, would I be able to achieve it? Is this something achievable? And the key part is that you must be consistent. You must be consistent. Not that you set a time for yourself today, you couldn't meet up the consistency for 3 days. No. That's not time planning. It is something that you can be consistent with, achievably. I repeat, if you want to plan your time for yourself, don't plan it emotionally or don't plan it comparing yourself with someone else or trying to meet up with someone else. No. Look at yourself. Ask yourself question. Would I be able to do this? Would I be able to meet up with this? Would I be able to continue with this on a daily basis as planned? These are the things you should ask yourself. These are the things that make your planning to be effective and efficient. So the question is now, ask yourself the brutal question: would I be able to meet up? Would I be able to keep up with this that I'm setting for myself? I wrote here. I wrote here that this time plan will keep you in check always. This time plan will keep you in check always. If you plan yourself, if you plan your time properly, reasonably, it will keep you in check always. It will guide you on what you have achieved. Yes. It will guide you on what you have achieved, what needed to be done, and what is not necessary. I repeat, this time plan of yourself, a honest time plan, it will guide you on what you have achieved. One, it will guide you on what needed to be achieved, and it will also guide you on what is unnecessary. That's the essence of your time plan. Because if you do not plan your time, the time will plan itself for yourself. The time will plan itself on your own behalf. If you do not plan it, the time itself will plan himself for you, and it will not be a good one for you. Honestly, if you refuse to plan the time for yourself, time himself will plan it for yourself, and it will not be a good one. That is when you begin to expend time irrationally. So this time plan management would help you to achieve what needed to be done. One, and it will also help you to know what is not necessary and what you have achieved. Three things. When you plan, it will help you to know what you have achieved. That is your assessment. It will help you to know what is yet to be done, what needed to be done. And it will also help you know what is not necessary. You see the reason why you need to plan yourself. You need to plan your time reasonably. And I wrote here the last time that make sure to include your time of good pleasure while you're planning your time. Make sure you include your time of good pleasure. Include your time of good pleasure as you're planning. It's not just about your dreams, your vision. No. Make sure you include your time of pleasure, because this is what makes pleasure also makes everything. It makes your vision. It makes it very. It makes your vision all big, as it makes your vision to soar high, because the body needs pleasure as well. But make sure your pleasure is with wisdom. Do you understand what I'm saying? Make sure your pleasure is with wisdom. So today, we're discussing time is irreversible. Time is irreversible. Spend your time judiciously. Spend your time judiciously. Spend your time judiciously. A time that is past cannot be spent again. It is gone and gone forever. And it is in time that all things, all your aspiration, all your ambition, all your thoughts, all your good things that you want to achieve, it is in this time that all things are captured. It is in this time that all of these things are fulfilled. You see why you need to pay attention to time? And I said that the deception of time is that it will appear as though you still have time. I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, you do not have time. And never say you have time, even though you think you do. Never say you have time, even though you think you do. It's a deception. It's a deception. When you believe or you say to yourself that I still have time, it's a deception of time. You need to pay attention. Even though you think you do have time, don't say it. Have it in your mind. Have it indoctrinated in your consciousness that I do not have time. That is when you can beat up time. That is when you can always be ahead of time. Time is the unit of life. It is very essential. Spend it judiciously. And I discussed here that there are two ways to manage your time, as discussed in this subject. Say, manage your time. Number one is avoid doing too many things. Avoid, how do you manage your time? Avoid doing too many things. Too many things will sap you off of your time. It will sap you off of your energy. It will sap you off of your resources. And they are easy. It's easy for someone to be attracted to something. There are too many things to be done in this world. There are too many things that will get your attention. There are too many things that will get your interest. But the question is, can you be committed to that which got your interest? Interest and attraction, they are like flames. They are like flames. They don't last long. So you must not mix up interest, intention, attraction. You must not mix it up with something that you can be committed to. It is easy to be attracted to be attracted to something. It is easy to be attracted to something. It is easy for you to pick up interest in something. It is easy or easier to be intentional about something, but it is much harder to be committed to anything. So the big question on how to crack down too many things, unnecessary things that sap your time, is to ask yourself one question: can I be committed to this thing? And when I say can I be committed, it means in good times, in bad times, in ugly times, when I feel like it, when I don't feel like it, will I be committed to this? Will I be committed to this vision, to this course of mine? That's the question. If the answer is no, then it's something that you should not, you should not you should not spend your time on. But if your answer is yes, that I can be committed in good times, in bad times, in ugly times, if your answer is yes, please give it your all. Give it your all. Give it your all. And I said that you crack down. You are not responsible to do all of these things in life. You are not responsible to do all things in life. You are only assigned to do few things or one thing. Find that thing. You are only assigned to do few things or one thing. Find that thing and give it your all. This is how you manage your time. My name is Dapsy. It's a leadership session in human development and nation building. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for joining. I hope you have been able to glean one or two things. I hope you have been able to glean one or two things from what we are saying. And then you make use of it. Make use of it. Find what you can be committed to. Few things, not many things, few things, or one thing, and give it your all is one way to manage your time. Then number two, it's just a summary now. Number two, I said, now that you have few things or one thing that you are focused on, then you plan your time reasonably. You plan that time reasonably. Yes, you plan your time. How do you plan your time reasonably? By not being emotional about it, by being brutally honest that I want to plan my time. What is that thing that I can achieve within this time frame? I mean, within this time frame, I want to dedicate 10 minutes to something. I want to dedicate 15 minutes to something. Not emotional that, okay, you want to quickly achieve something and you dedicate a huge number of time for a day and then subsequently you can't continue. No, that's not what I'm talking about. You have to be able to plan your time in such a way that you can be consistent. Consistency is the key to anything worthwhile. In good times, in bad times, in ugly times, when I feel like it, when I don't feel like it, can I still do it? Will I still be committed to this? This is what we are talking about in planning your time reasonably. Consistency in whatever plan. You must be consistent, not to plan it today and then tomorrow you can't meet up with it. That is why you must not plan your time emotionally. You must ask yourself the question, the brutal question, that will I be able to be consistent with this plan that I set for myself as regards time? And don't compare yourself with someone else. When you are planning your time, don't compare yourself with someone else. Plan it based on what you are able, honestly, what you are able to achieve. And then with time, see, good thing, it takes time. For good thing to be achieved, it takes time. So you have to be patient, and then, line by line, precept by precept, week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, you are formed and you become that which you want to see. So just be patient, and then plan your time. This will help you to achieve a lot in life. This leadership session, it helps people to help the young adults, the teenagers, and the prime adults to live a life of purpose, a life of victory, and a life of fulfillment. I remain yours truly, Dapsy, a leadership builder in human development and nation building. And I'm here speaking to you live here from Dublin, Ireland. It's 16:36 here local time. We usually have this every Friday, usually 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. But today is just, there's an unforeseen circumstance that's beyond us. So we have to, host it early today, 4 to 5. But then at this point, I'll be wrapping it up just to say hello to you. Kadim, thank you all for joining. Mary Popola, thank you for joining. Liz Bracken, thank you for joining. Again, thank you all for joining. I really appreciate you. I hope you have been able to glean something from today's session titled Time is Irreversible. Time is irreversible. Spend your time judiciously. Pay attention to your time, because it is the unit of life. It is in it that all things happen. Hold on to your time judiciously. Do not expend it unwisely. Spend your time wisely. Thank you very much. I remain yours truly, Dapsy. So we'll see you again next week Friday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. So you all do have a wonderful evening, or whatever time you are, wherever in the world. Have a wonderful time and enjoy the rest of your weekend. I remain yours truly, Dapsy. Cheers, everyone. Bye.